I gotta take off my clothes. You know what I'm saying? I gotta take off my clothes. Actual F material resists. It's cause if I'm doing push-ups or something, I can't have the clothes sagging onto the floor, and then you can't see where my body is. I gotta stay slim. These baggy clothes gonna be going everywhere. So I'm gonna demonstrate the moves and the stretches. When I say it's a move with weights, assume that I'm holding a dumbbell or something in one hand, or doing a move on both arms, both hands. But you can't hold a weight with your foot. You can't pick up a weight with your foot. So weight moves with legs are always that's slime. Weight moves with legs are always with the machine. And I don't do anything with machines for legs. No machines for legs. You do body weight for legs or weighted body weight. Arms, I also don't use machines. I use free weights and other stuff. Now here's what's important. These moves I'm gonna demonstrate are the same for whatever goal. Strength, endurance, power, speed, size, bodybuilding, whether you're strength training, bodybuilding, powerlifting, CrossFit, whatever. You do these moves to train, and then when you go try to do a bench press, let's say you're a powerlifter, you want bench press, deadlift, and squat, those three. You don't do a bunch of bench press, deadlift, squat to get better at deadlift, bench press, squat. You could do that, and that would be good, but ideally, I train like twice a week. I hit like 2 muscles per week, that's it. And I don't get that much stronger that fast. If you want to get stronger faster, it's a sacrifice because you're sacrificing knowledge that you could be learning and gathering from experiments and different things and watching videos online as opposed to, oh, I'm going to train 6 days a week, 4 days a week. I'm going to go to the gym and train my whole body twice a week, 2 days a week, upper body, 2 days a week, lower body. Let's say someone does like for their split biceps and back 1 day, and then chest, shoulders, triceps another day, and then they don't do abs because most people don't do abs. And then another day they do quads and I don't know, shins. Maybe most people don't train shins. And another day they do hamstrings, calves. So that would be your whole body, like once a week. If you do twice a week, then you have to do like your whole lower body in 1 day, whole upper body 1 day, whole lower body again in 1 day, whole upper. So, but it depends on how much time you have. If you're in a rush, if you're competing, like you're a professional bodybuilder, you're in a rush, so you don't have time. But for us regular guys, we have time. Now, before I get into the moves and stretches, there is something, I don't have it pulled up right now, but it's my book. And for strength training, your max rep ranges should be 4 to 5 reps as your max reps for weights. So if I'm doing anything with weights, it could be machines, it could be free weights, for any muscle. You want your max reps to be 4 or 5, so no more than 5. And when you get up to 5 with whatever weight, you increase the weight until it's back down to 4 as your max reps. And you want to be doing your max reps. The only time you don't do your max reps is in the beginning. In the beginning of a workout, you want to do a mildly heavy lift with like a different type of move than what you're doing for that workout. So if what you're doing for that workout is body weight, do weights. And then mildly heavy to get what's called a post-activation potentiation. Post-activation potentiation is when you do a heavy lift, a challenging exercise, and it gives you a slight temporary boost in strength. It can be more than slight, it can be a lot, it can like double your strength, it could have like 50% of your strength or less. But let's say I get up in the morning and I'm still tired, sort of. I just got up, I haven't eaten much, and I go to do push ups. For me, if I do that, I could do 2 push ups and already feel tired because I have no endurance. But if I eat and I'm awake and alert, and then I do my beginning set of post-activation potentiation, I'm going to be doing 2 1-arm push-ups and not feel tired. So, post-activation potentiation is one thing. Another thing, because right now I'm explaining the technical stuff. I'm not gonna save the technical stuff for the end. At the end will just be the stretches. So another thing is motor neuron recruitment. What that means is you have neurons that recruit different muscle fiber units. So when I go to pick up this book, then my biceps and my forearm, they're all working. But if I only have lean muscle mass, I don't have to worry about it because I'll always have 100% motor neuron recruitment. But if I have, and lean muscle mass is denser muscle fibers, more densely packed. They're stronger and better for endurance. So if you have like small arms and then when you flex it gets bigger, something that people call a sleeper belt nowadays, but that type of muscle will always have, whenever you pick up a weight and start lifting, all your muscle fibers, 100% of them are activated. And there's a spectrum. So within lean muscle mass, there's more dense, less dense. Within the other types of muscle mass, bulk muscle mass, bulk muscle mass is when it's less densely packed. So there's more water and fat in your muscle fibers. Everyone has in their shoulders half and half. So, but within that, you can still have more dense lean muscle mass, less dense. And then another concept is what else? What was the other thing? So, oh yeah, there's acceleration and deceleration. So, and this ties in with something else. So, I mentioned the goal: strength, endurance, power, speed, size, aesthetics. So, power is a combination of strength and speed. Strength is just, strength, how much can you lift for one repetition? Speed would be a combination of hard endurance and how fast you are, basically. Which, speed is not one thing, okay? You can't just train speed and not train strength, endurance, power, all of that, size. Speed, strength, you can train just strength, but speed you cannot, power you cannot, even endurance you cannot, and size you might be able to, but only strength, really. You can train just strength and not have any endurance, not have any of the other ones. So, but for acceleration, deceleration, let's say acceleration first. For acceleration, you have to do power training, and it's a specific type of power training. Power is like jumping, or throwing, because it's explosive. That's why it's strength and speed. So to throw further and faster, you need more strength and more speed in your arm and, I guess, upper body. So when you train ballistics, I guess I could have kept my clothes on since I'm not doing the moves demonstration yet. I'll put my shorts back on. I leave my shirt off. But but I gotta take this off when I'm showing like one arm push-ups and stuff, cause you gotta be able to see my legs. But when you do power training, you're just doing weighted body weight moves. So weighted jump squats or weighted like different stuff like that. Weighted throws. They have balls at some gyms that you can throw at a brick wall or throw at the ground, at the floor. But that's not very effective. You would just do weighted explosive push-ups and explode up, or weighted jump squats. You could do them on one leg. Any of the moves that I'm gonna demonstrate, you would do them weighted, and at the end you would jump up, lift up. But ballistics is what you would do if you're specializing in acceleration. Ballistics is a type of exercise category genre that involves all of the power focused on only when your muscle is contracting. So, I don't know the name of the other one for deceleration, but ballistic is all about acceleration. So, if you want to be able to throw an uppercut better, faster, on the way up, or that's a weird example. No one would want to do that. But you would have to train your whole this side of your front bicep forearm and with only doing power exercises on the contraction part of the range of motion. So you would throw weight up like that, or do with your body weight, throw your body weight up. You would lie down on the floor and then pressing to the floor and lift your body weight up. That's really hard because that move is called dead planche. That would be called an explosive dead planche push-up. Planche is when planches and planks. Planks are easy. Planche, spelled Planche. That's a timer push-up invented by a Russian guy. The guy who invented it, his name's Viktor Kamenev. But if you go on YouTube and look up Viktor Kamenev, there is a YouTube channel called Viktor Kamenev, but it's not the original Viktor Kamenev. It's obviously not, because he invented this move in like 1906 or something. He's dead now. But anyway, planche is an important exercise because when you're doing biceps, because it's a move that works biceps, even though it's a push-up. Push-ups usually work triceps. But it's an important move because when you're training biceps, after you can bicep like 40, 50 pounds, just regular curls, then, and also regular curls, regular of anything, no variation, no like nothing special. That's called straight sets. If you do like preacher curls, where it's at an angle and you don't go all the way down, the bottom is like here, because there's a bench on your upper arm, that's like a variation somewhat. But if it's just like no variation, that's straight sets. When I train, what I do, my more sophisticated training, I do some straight sets sometimes, but it's straight sets of moves that the move is just by default not a straight set, but it's still considered a straight set because I'm not putting a variation on the move, but the move itself is working the muscle with some special technique or something. So basically, I never do straight sets. But anyway, back to ballistics. Ballistics would be the power moves, weighted push-ups, explosive at the end. You go down, you press up, you go down, press up. Well, you wouldn't put your arms over your head. You would press up and let me demonstrate something. So, if you're doing a weighted push-up, oh, I'm supposed to take my shorts off. I'm gonna talk more after, so I'll just do it on my knees. I'm doing it on my knees. Because I'm gonna talk more after, so I won't take my shorts off yet. But later I will. So, if you do an explosive push-up, you don't want to clap. Don't do clap push-ups. Just go down and then jump up. And then, that would be for acceleration if you had an added weight on your back. So, for added weight, get like a good backpack, like one that's made of like strong material, and get a big backpack, and put like some stuff in it. Put like some stuff in it. That's an LL Bean backpack. That's one of the biggest backpacks you can buy. It has a 45-liter capacity. And then, what you want to do is, and put weight plates in it. Don't put like dumbbells in it. If you have weight plates at your gym. So for ballistics, you want to do 15% to 90% of your 1 rep max. And that's including your body weight. So let's say my 1 rep max for an explosive weighted ballistic push-up is 100 pounds added weight. But then I weigh like 130 something pounds. So my let's just make it more simple. Let's say I weigh 100 pounds, so I can do the math easier. So a 2-arm push-up, not on my knees, on my feet and hands, is 70% of my body weight, or like 69%, but around just 70. So just doing a 2-arm push-up, I'm lifting 70 pounds, like this, plus 100 pounds on my back. So take that 170, multiply that by 15% or 90%. Now, every time you have a rep range or a weight range, added weight range or max rep, ideal range, ideally you want to do in the middle. So I take 15, take 90, that's 105 divided by 2 is 52.5. So I have my 52%. So do 52%, 52.5% of your total one rep max. So that would be 170 times 52%. That's like 87, I don't know, 88 pounds. Yeah, that's like 80 ish something. So uh wait, I'm confused now. I'm confused now. Hold on. Is that? Oh, I think that's wrong. Alright, I think it's 52.5% of the added weight. So 100. So do your, wait. Actually, I'm not sure. I'll figure it out later. Deceleration is on the way down. So I would only, like in a pull-up, I would get a chair, stand up on the chair so that I'm already at the top, and then go down. Problem with pull-ups is you can hold on to the pull-up bar and strain in the middle. Your grip strength will be strong enough to hold on, but your bicep is too weak. If you're training to do like one arm chin-ups, so I got nerve damage doing that. But don't worry about that if you're doing 2 arms. And then, so one of the last other, technical stuff is lung capacity and cardio. So I specialized in those as well. So for cardio, you do step aerobics. So you get a bench stepper, which is basically this bench with height risers. It's an adjustable height bench. And at gyms, they have a Stairmaster, which is a revolving staircase. But those aren't good because you can't adjust the height and you can only adjust the speed. So what you would want to do is do do step aerobics. They all do it wrong because they don't do it on a high enough height. So for me, up to my knees is about 18 inches. They recommend no higher than 12 inches. And so there are these really tall guys using 4-inch tall benches. So when you're starting out, use like 8 inches. So each high riser, I don't have it with me, it's in the gym in my apartment on the basement floor. But after you can do stepping out one leg, other leg, down, first leg, down, second leg, up, second leg, up, first leg, down, second leg, down, first leg, up, first leg. So I'm stepping, I was like stepping up. So doing that for an hour on a very high height without sweating, that will make you 2 to 3 times faster at running. Maybe 4 times, I don't know. If you're really tall, or if, depending on where you started, because when I started step aerobics, I was already like Olympic running speed, but I had toe nerve damage. But before I had my toe nerve damage from trying to do the one arm chin up, and then the other thing, after you do step aerobics, you do like 15, 10 workouts, and you master it. Start off with like 8 inches bench height, and then keep working your way up. After that, you have to do one-legged hopping. So for one-legged hopping, you raise up the other leg at the knee as you're hopping. As you're hopping, you raise up the other leg. And once you can hop like some distance, like not like tiny little hops, then you're ready to quit doing that. You won't ever do that again. And you won't ever do step aerobics again. After that, you do leg strength training. Technically, to do one-legged hopping, you need to be able to do a basic one-legged squat. Not doesn't have to be all the way down, but and the leg strength training I'll go over when I demonstrate the moves. For cardio after that, because now you've unlocked superhuman heart endurance. Because nobody can do step aerobics as well as me. Because I've mastered it. I don't sweat from any exercise. Unlike my head and back and whole body, I can't get drenched in sweat like that. Unless I'm outside running as fast as I can all out for like a mile in the heat, and I'm wearing a lot of clothes, and I'm hydrated, so I have a lot to sweat out. But anyway, I'll look up the deceleration, and I'll figure out about the ballistics, ideal percentage of weight thing. Um, so for the last part of cardio, you take the bench stepper or a sturdy chair on the carpet, because then if it's on carpet, it might not like fall over. But you want to jump up on the bench stepper, back down, and back up from back down immediately without pause. So I paused, but you don't want to pause. So you jump up, back down, and back up from back down immediately without pause. And you want to do that for at least 3 jumps on the way up, 3 jumps on the way down. And then once you get up to like 6, then increase the weight or the height, added weight or added height. And you could have added weight as ankle weights or dumbbells in your hands. But not a weighted backpack. Don't put that much weight on your back. Underhold independent ankle weights. And then for lung capacity, you arch your back and let your head go back. So it's stretching your diaphragm and rib cage, and then in that position, you hold your breath. You can do it sitting or standing at first, and then later you're gonna do it sprinting in place, holding your breath, sprinting as fast as you can, and then later you're gonna do it later you're gonna do it walking or jogging about while holding your breath with leg stretch. And okay, one other advanced thing I'll throw in for you. If you want to train your blood circulation, your blood flow, you can tie your throat leaflet and untie it. Tie different things and train them and untie them. But don't tie along all your limbs with tight fabric or whatever you're tying it with. And you don't tie everywhere and then just let your whole body die off. Because I did that and that improved my blood flow a lot, but uh but I lost all my muscle. And then now I'm gonna demonstrate the moves I think. But before I knew that, I said 4 to 5 for waist lift strength. For body weight for strength is your goal. You can also do 4 to 5. You can also do 7 to 10. If you're like uh it doesn't really matter. Um no it's that no dang it, I got ghosts in my apartment, you know. Um for endurance, for each goal, there's different rep ranges. I'm gonna find it. Hold on. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the doc. There, I found it. Wait. Okay. I found it. Oh, snap. So, for aesthetics, use 11 to 13 as your max reps. For weight, I think, weights. So, if you're doing bicep curls or tricep extensions, do, like, start off with 11 reps with that weight. Once you get to 13, decrease the weight, the smallest increment you have available to you, to either do 11 or 12 reps as your max. For for strength of weights, 4 to 5. For endurance, uh, with body weight, it's 61 to 76 reps as your max. So you can do 61 push-ups for endurance. Then once you get up to 76 reps, then add weight to your back. Like add a 10-pound weight plate. And then yeah, for endurance with weights, do 29 to 36 reps. So if you're doing bench press or chest press with dumbbells, then do 29 reps. That's hard to figure out. That's why it's a range. So do 30, 31, 32, 33. For what the? Oh, and for size, yeah, for 10 to 11 to 13 reps as your max for weights, and for aesthetics, 23 to 28 reps for body weight aesthetics as your max. This is hard to read. Um, um, and then for weights, you need to do, for weights, you need to do, 20 to, for oh yeah, for weights, it's 20 to 25 is max rep sets to be an ideal workout. For body weight, it's 10 sets for body weight exercises. If you're doing one body weight exercise as the whole workout, just 10 sets of push-ups to max reps to failure. Or if you do different exercises, make sure they're balanced. So if if or actually no, because what happens is if I do push-ups and then I do dips, the dips might be harder. So, but it's still max rep. It's still one max rep set every time I go and do it. But it's just it's if you do weights and body weight. Like, if I do 5 sets of max rep push-ups and then I do front shoulder raises, tricep extensions, and chest flies, then how do I know like what's the max volume I can do before it becomes overtraining? Like I won't know. And then also, this other stuff that I could cover, this isn't supposed to be a full video, because I have a lot more knowledge than what people realize. But, um, for, your nutrition, uh, collagen, like what's in bones and stuff, you need 30% of that, and 70% comes from protein. But amino acids is also an option. So you could take amino acids and not have to take protein powder or collagen. But the thing is, with uh, collagen, amino acids, protein powder, just take a mixture of all of them. Take a mixture of all of them because they all have benefits. And then and you can buy collagen powder, amino acid powder. I can put links in the description. They're good products. Um, you'll probably do that, or I'll put it in a comment in the chat. in the YouTube comment section. Um, and I can put a link to my book, but it's confusing to read because in this section that was taking me forever to figure out the max red rep ranges. I didn't label it right with what it is. Like I just say you can do this or this. I didn't say what type, like body weight or for like uh weights. And then um and then also one last thing, I keep saying that, but before I demonstrate the moves and stretches. And the moves and stretches is important because you could train however, but using these moves, you will get like way stronger. The moves that you choose incorporate all different muscle building mechanisms, muscle building principles, techniques that I'm not gonna go over completely. I'm not gonna like go into the muscle building science theory why it works, but just know that it works. So, and I'm gonna run out of time. How long have I been like 40 minutes? No one's gonna watch this that long. I mean, I've had people watch stuff like this that long, but not many. I don't know if Slime has time. Um, he might have time. I don't know. He can watch and he can watch in 2 times speed. Cause I talk slow sometimes. What else? Okay, I think I can demonstrate the moves and stretches now. I covered nutrition and all that stuff. So, how am I gonna do this? Let me go into this room. I'll go into this room for now. Next to my fab computer. So, when you train rear delts, you normally see guys going like that. But what I do is I would lie down. Wait, can you? I think you can see me. So you lie down and you go like that. You're holding a weight, or you just put your arm across, and you try to go like that way, but you're holding it back with the other hand. Same thing for biceps, you can do that. Triceps, you can try to extend your arm out, lying down on your back. I can't show it that well with my phone, like that. For triceps, I farted a tiny fart because I'm a dirty boy. Oh, for triceps, you go like that, and like that. And you don't have it like together like here. And your arms and your sides here. Up higher on your sides, but lower down. And then try to lift up. Right now I'm trying to go like this. But with my arms back, I can't. So if in this position on one arm you can lift up your whole body on your feet and hand as the points of contact with the floor, you can do basically any triceps body with exercise if you can do that easily. Then for biceps, you have How do I show it? You have your hand down and you press, or you can go like that and press, and it works your bicep in front too. You can go into this position and go like that. You can do it on your feet. So like uh, uh, um for biceps, you can also slide your hand on a wall, like standing, like if this were a wall, slide your hand down it. Slide your hand down the wall. And then you can stay there, or you can slide back up. And make sure it's slippery, so it's hard. For legs, for your hip flexor tendons, raise up. Oh, I didn't take off my shorts. Whatever. No one wants to see me in my underwear. Raise up one knee and try to press down on it. You work your hip flexor. Press down on it as hard as you can. Throw it down. And then do the other side. And then you can raise up one leg and press down at the ankle. Press down. Or you can sit. You can sit. Raise up one leg. Kind of press it down. And apply force. Another move when you apply force, you go like this. You 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 get into a lunge. You get into a lunge and you jump up with the front leg. And while you're in the air, you apply force with the back leg. So it works your hip flexor quad, and then you can jump up when you're in the air. And for your calves, hamstrings, for calves you can just do calf raises. So like that. Two legs, one leg, and then uh for for calves, hamstrings, you you go like that with high friction. When you're a beginner, you use low friction, so you need something slippery surface. But you're rubbing the heels of your feet. You, you. I gotta take off my shorts for this move, cause you can't see. So you, you go up. There's a gap. There's a gap here now. So you go up, and then you slide the heels of your feet in. And then for push-ups and stuff, you have the regular push-up. So make sure that your hands are not too narrow or too wide, and they're aligned. Make sure everything is aligned, sort of, and that your hands are under your shoulders. Here should be an angle. You should see creases in your hand skin. It should not be up here like this or down here like this. And on one arm, on your knees, is like that, or like that. So I go down and up like that. Or on your feet is like that. You can't really see my feet, but you go down like that. So you twist your back. So if it's my right arm, I'm twisting my head to the left, and left arm twisting to the right. Um, and then for chest, if I can lie down and have something, uh, if I can have something low above the floor next to me, like this bed, I can press down on it in this already contracted position. So I'm pressing, contracting in the fully contracted position. Or I can lie down on my front and have a weight over here. And then I'm trying to lift it up. But don't go like that for biceps. Lift up your whole arm. Try to keep it straight. And you're not lying fully on it. You're kind of pried open. And then for what else? Triceps. Also for triceps, a more advanced move. This is the stage I'm at now. Is get into a position to do a one-arm bodyweight tricep extension. Except I'll raise one foot up so it's not all the way back. Because all the way back would be like that. And this isn't push-ups, this is tricep extensions. If you're up here, it's easier. If you're down here, it looks like push-ups, but it's harder. So people will be like, well, why are you doing only like 10 push-ups? That's because this is close to the hardest you could do for bodyweight 2 on tricep extensions. On one arm, since I can't do them, I have my knee up, and I go like that. And as my knee goes further down, it gets harder. For for legs also, you can do leg extensions like that, and you can do the slick floor bridge curls on one leg, uh, which I can't do on this leg but it looks like that or that. And you can also, because these all use a few different things. They're working your muscles either in a lengthened position or a contracted position. Or they're just a harder variation, because when your muscles in a lengthened stretch position, it's harder. When it's in a peak contraction position, it's also harder. Like, if I lie down and just slam my arms into the floor, on carpet, it works my triceps and lats. Also for my lats, I can go like this. I can go like this. So there's a gap under my back. Or there's already a gap under my back, but there's more. And then for 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 what else? For abs, um You can either work them separate or together, but you basically have a weight on your feet and ankles, on the top of your feet and ankles, and you're lying down with your butt at the edge of a bench or something with elevation above the floor, and then you lift your legs up with the weight so they'll be lifted up, but it'll be parallel to the floor, horizontally level. So, and then for upper abs, because that's lower abs, for upper abs, you'll have a weight in your hands over your head, and then, but your butt will be at the other edge of the bench on the top edge. So your whole torso is in the air with your arms over your head. Or you can just go like go like that with added weight. But it's hard to do that with your whole body and added weight and not like keep falling down. You can like sit on the side of the bench, like not so you can sit like perpendicular to the bench. Like if the bench is this way and this then sit like here on the edge and it still goes down. And then you do that. That's actually a good idea. I'm gonna do that next time I train abs. That's most of the moves. Then there's stretches. What other moves are there? There's also uh oh, when you train fingers, because that's what collagen is for, your tendons, you first hold out your finger. I can get closer for this. Hold out your finger straight and try to press down on it. My pinky's actually pretty strong. And then, that's for the extensor tendons, like the flick. For the flexor tendons, the curl, you just press straight down on like a surface. And then after a while, you can start jamming your fingers curled up or straight into the carpet. You need a carpet or a mat or something, but it has to be firm. And then, doing the stretches. Now I can show the stretches. Now I'll go back. Now I'll come back here almost an hour into the video. Oh snap, this girl keeps messaging me. Good manners, hello. Further stretches. So, this is for rear delts, the one where I was going like that. So this is for that, this is for the middle delt, and this is for the front delt. So you swing back for front delt, you swing up and to the side for the middle delt, and you swing up for your back, your lats and teres major, your lats, you swing back at like a T shape for your chest and biceps. Biceps also, you can swing different directions, back, higher, lower. For your triceps, you just do that. And I like to add a bend, a twist. A sexy twist! No, no one heard that. No one heard that. And then this for quads. But for quads, what I like to do is for quads, what I like to do is go into a hip flexor stretch foot out here. Deeper. How much deeper? You don't want to know. And then for glutes, you just do that. And you want to go to this side. If it's your left glute, if it's your right glute, you go to this side. You go to the side. And then for hamstrings, you go like that. Wait, it's not stretching because I'm already stretched out, but you go like that. And then for the lower back, you go like that. You don't need to go so your feet touch the floor over your head. Because once you go about here, your butt starts to already lift up. So once your top of your thighs and knees is touching your chest, that's the max stretch. You're not gonna get more stretch going up there. That's for like hyper flexible stuff. You don't need that. And then for abs, how to stretch abs is you go like this. You go on your foot and press. Pull. Not press, you pull there. But you don't want to move. You want to, and then you can go this way, and this way, and this way, and this way. And you're pulling in a cobra position, your abs open. And then for in the advanced stretches, so here's where this is too high. Here's where I really don't want to go like that. For my IT band, my outer thigh and IT band. And then for inner thigh, I go like that. And outer thigh, IT band. Stretching here. And then for forearm stretches, I go like that. Get each finger. And then for weights, since I do have a weight, what you can do is, here's the 5-pound weight. So I can do creature curls. I can do creature curls with the hammer vertical grip. I can do overhand tricep extensions. Lay at the bottom, go up, go up. Make sure you go all the way to the bottom. And then I can do, what else? You can do, front shoulder raises like this. Tilt your hand like pouring a drink. That's another move I forgot. So go like that, not like this, not like this, like that. And it builds up anterior shoulder rotation, which is sometimes bad, so be careful. Make sure you stretch your front delts going back. And what you can do is go on a chair and go like that. I'm going like this, but I'm putting it behind, and then go like that, and then voila. And then no legs, you're just flying. And then for back, what you can also do for the lats, I was showing the move where I was showing the move where you go like that, where you can do it on one arm. You can go like that, and like that. And then, uh, for, for chest, you can also, uh, you can also go up for the wall and open it up, open it up, get your whole arm and chest stretched out, and my butthole itches, and then, no, I'm flexing. What am I doing? So that's most of the video. I think I can end soon and send to Slime. I probably forgot some stuff, so